Welcome to Season 3 of the Healthy Living Doesn't Have to Suck podcast. I'm Melyssa with a Y, double board certified lifestyle medicine coach, size-inclusive fitness specialist, author, and speaker dedicated to helping changemakers like you drop the struggle and create a healthy lifestyle you can love. This season, we're diving even deeper into conversations with guests from all arenas of the health and wellness industry, focused on making healthy living feel easy, enjoyable, and sustainable. Through my book, coaching community, online fitness studio, and corporate wellness packages, I'm here to provide the tools, strategies, and support you need to feel your best. Because when you show up as your healthiest self, you're unstoppable. All right, y'all, let's get to it. What up, change makers? Oh my God, Season 3. What? How is that even a thing? But here we are. This is the first episode that I'm coming to you live as a full-time small business owner. Okay. Yeah, pretty crazy. Lots has happened in the past couple months, but so excited to get Season 3 started. And this episode is really just going to be focused on looking at our life like a game, right? This game of life. We've all played it, I'm sure. But a lot of times, especially around this part of the year, people start feeling defeated with their New Year's resolutions. They start getting down on themselves if they're behind on their goals. And I'm here to tell you, it's okay. You don't have to throw in the towel after quarter one, right? We've known many teams that have made comebacks in the last quarter of the game, right? And you can choose to be one of those people. What's the saying? It's just because you have a flat tire doesn't mean you have to slash the other three. You fix the one that's broken, right? And as we're looking at what we're hoping to accomplish in 2025, you may be feeling a little bit like me, where we're behind the ball. We have big goals, big dreams for this year. And here and now, as I'm coming to you, it is March 11th, 3/11. And we are nearing the end of the first quarter of this year. And let me tell you, my goals are not looking so hot. And that's coming from a friggin' health and wellness coach, right? I'm supposed to have my shit together, but I told y'all, life is real. We are humans first and helpers second. Am I wrong? No. So looking at it that way, I've had a lot of transitions in life to deal with. And there's so many things that are not fitting the timeline that I had preferred originally, that I wanted to set for myself. And you know what? It's okay. Ain't no big thing, because the end of a quarter is a great time to reset and refresh your energy looking at the next quarter ahead. So, right, 3 months is a quarter. So we're finishing up January through March. Next up is April through June. And I always, there was just something about the start of a new semester in college that I absolutely loved. And I think trying to divide my year into quarters this way is helpful in kind of re-sparking some of that energy again, because it just feels like a fresh start, If anyone else out there relates, I may have had an addiction to office supplies and shopping for new notebooks, new pens, even though I didn't need them, whiteboard markers and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a whole thing. But I digress. This is really your opportunity to reconnect with your why, to revisit what it is that you're hoping to accomplish this year, and to give yourself an opportunity to say, you know what? It's okay if things haven't gone the way that I originally planned. At least I had a plan, and I can now just make adjustments to that plan to fit my new starting point. Because I would venture to guess that you haven't just made zero progress during this first quarter on something, any one of the goals that you might have for yourself. Chances are you have been taking small steps in the right direction, just maybe not as quickly as you had hoped, or life happened and you had to completely pivot to focus on a different area of your life or goal or anything like that. Oh, It's okay, y'all. Like, give yourself permission to start again. Start again. Start over as many times as you need to. You don't have to wait for the start of a new week, a new month, a new quarter, a new year. Like, you can choose to start again whenever you like. So I hope that's helpful. Quick little pep talk. A lot of this I'm preaching to myself right now too, right? Sometimes it's hard to practice what we preach, but this is my reminder to you and myself that, like, it's okay. At the time I'm recording this, we just had daylight saving, and the spring ahead always gets me all like, you know how much I love sleep. I've shared it before, but losing that hour of sleep, it is rough. And then waking up at your normal time, knowing that like it's technically an hour earlier, I don't play that game. I don't like it. It's not my favorite, but we got to do it. So a big thing that I've been trying to get back into is like waking up, getting out of bed, getting going with my day. I have fallen back into this old nagging habit that I used to have of like getting up just to feed the animal. And then I go and lay back in bed and like fart around on my phone or go back to sleep or watch TV. I just don't get out of bed. And that is having like a lot of impact on my productivity, my energy levels during the day. Like I recognize that it's like a form of self-sabotage that I'm engaging in right now. And I am like so over it. I have been trying to pull out my little tricks that have worked in the past. And what I'm realizing is I just need to really dial in to some temporary discipline to just disrupt this cycle, right? Like even this morning I was like, oh, I went to bed early. Like I'm feeling pretty good. But do you know what happened between the time that I fed my cat and like I realized what was happening? I was already back in bed and scrolling on my phone. Like what? I still had my sleep mask like on top of my forehead. And like I hadn't even realized that I had now just gone on autopilot. And as soon as I set Jackie's food bowl down, I grabbed my phone and went back into bed. And that was a pretty big wake up call for me today because it's not just like, oh, I decided to sleep in today. No, it was like fuck, this is back to a habit again. But you know what I say? The good news about habits is that they're learned over time. So the good news is we can unlearn those old habits and learn new habits instead. So talking through a little bit of self-coaching here, like it's a Tuesday. It's a random Tuesday. Like tomorrow, starting March 12th, I intend to just like tap into that discipline for the next week or so just to interrupt that habit loop, because this has maybe been going on for, I would say, like since the holidays, right? So maybe the last 2-3-ish months where I've fallen back into this pattern of like wake up, feed the animal, and go back to bed. So that means it hasn't been a long time, because before that, it was like a stretch of 2 or 3 years that I was getting up in the morning, getting my ass out of bed, and getting my day started. So I know I can do it. I've done it before. But now it's like, all right, we gotta do the tough stuff here. We've tried all of our little tips and tricks that have worked before, and they ain't panning out this time. So now we just gotta tap in and, like Nike says, just do it, right? I've been re-listening to Mel Robbins' The 5-Second Rule. If you haven't heard that book or read that book, please, I beg of you, go add that to your reading list right now. Because if snoozing in the morning is a struggle for you, or any other types of things that you hold yourself back from, whether it's opportunities, whether it's like public speaking or something that makes you nervous, like the 5-second rule is a game changer. Like it is the timeout that you need, right? Going back to our analogy of life being a game, we need to take those timeouts to like step back, reassess, and then take action. So that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you get a 5-second timeout, and then you take fucking action. Okay. Like that's how we roll from this moment moving forward. And when you fall off of that bandwagon again, it's okay. You pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you go at it again and again and again, as many times as you need to. There is a quote that I love. I had to find it on my phone because I knew I had it saved. But it's a quote from Kara Alwell, who was a guest on one of our previous episodes. She's best-selling author, master life coach, and she posted this, I can't even remember. It was years ago, like so many years ago. And I keep it because I always come back to it when I need the reminder. And this quote says, "So recommit. Recommit as many times as you need to your well-being, your dreams, your spiritual health, your workouts, or your promises. Recommit to your self-belief. Failure is an illusion, and the idea that you can't start over will do nothing but keep you in a space of sadness. You can start over at any time, at any minute, and this one feels perfect." I mean, it's just so good, right? So that's like, just keep that as a word that you have in the back of your mind. Like, oh, I slept through my alarm again. I missed that morning workout class again. You know what? I'm choosing to recommit. If I can't do it this morning, let me make some time in the afternoon, or let me swap out the workout that I had planned for tomorrow, or let me just break out my walking pad and put it under the desk so I at least get some movement in. The thing about the best laid plans is that life is going to happen at some point, right? It always does. Throws you a curveball, knocks you down, calls you a little bitch, and that's when you have to get back up and look at life and say, you hit like a bitch. And you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get back in the game, right? So with that being said, I hope that if you are feeling a little down and out right now, that you can give yourself permission to start again, to recommit, and to not wait to do it. I quoted in a previous episode, I can't remember which number it was now, but like, New Year's is a mindset. I've shared that my absolute favorite holiday is New Year's Eve. There's just something magical about like the countdown and the thought of a calendar, fresh flip to a brand new year. And I just try to live in that energy whenever I find myself needing to start over again, right? I don't have to wait for January 1st. Like, New Year's can be a mindset that I choose to bring in whenever I need to start over again. And I hope that you can do that for yourself too. So if this is something that you're planning on, is like recommitting, I do have a couple things that I want to share that you can feel free to jump into that might help support you with recommitting and restarting and adjusting your game plan for the rest of this year. The first thing is, if your nutrition, if you were like, oh man, I am going all in and I am cutting out sugar and carbs and all of the other things that people tell us are bad, that we think we have to be like all or nothing with, please join me for a free session on a program that doesn't bring in that miserable level of deprivation. It's actually an enjoyable program that can fit your current lifestyle, that focuses on those small steps that add up to those big outcomes over time. It's called Full Plate Living, and I'm hosting a free information session on Friday. Oh my God, I almost said January. Friday, March 21st at noon Eastern time. So 12 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be 30 minutes, so it's fast and furious. You can fit it in on your lunch break. But I hope that you'll join me to learn a little bit more about how this program is fiber focused and also gives you flexibility and freedom with your food, and is just like a very non-traditional nutrition program that what am I trying to say? One more time, Melyssa. I'm not cutting that out because it's just too fun. A non-traditional nutrition program that focuses on promoting health in a way that's enjoyable. So it's highly aligned with Healthy Living Doesn't Have to Suck messaging. So please tune into that. I'll link it in the show notes. I will be sending out the recording, so if you can't make it in person, you can catch up on the replay. So I hope that you'll join me for that. And then the other thing is, on March 31st, I am hosting a quarterly goal setting call. So this is part of our Changemaker Collective membership, but I'm hosting it as a ticketed event. So it's $27 to hop in for just the webinar, and you have access to the replay for 30 days. You get a digital copy of the Healthy Living Doesn't Have to Suck planner and tracker. So that's included. And there's a VIP ticket option where you can also upgrade to the $97 ticket. That's going to get you 3 months access to our Changemaker Collective coaching community so that you get monthly check-ins with your goals, monthly goal setting calls, and a supportive community chat to help you reach your goals and help you to develop that New Year's as a mindset approach to your lifestyle change goals. And you have a supportive community that's going to help you get there. So I hope that you'll join us for one of those. And let me know what really stuck with you this episode. Would love to hear what was most helpful for you if you were in that space of kind of feeling down and defeated and disheartened with your current goal progress. And what is leaving you inspired from this episode or re-energized, motivated? Like, please just let me know, because I would love to know what's working too. And I figured this was a great way to kick off season 3, because we have had a bit of a hiatus while I had been recording the audiobook, but I'm so excited to get back into the podcast game. I got some really amazing guests planned for you guys this year. Oh my God, I can't wait. Freaking out. That's something to look forward to. But for now, I hope that you can take the energy from this episode and use it to help you overcome any sort of challenges or struggles that you're facing with your current goals, and would love to help support you on your own changemaker journey. So yeah, I can't wait to hear what stuck with you this episode. So feel free to tag us on social at Healthy Living Doesn't Have to Suck. We would love for you to share this episode with anyone else you know who may be feeling a little down in the dumps about their New Year's resolutions and current goal progress. But yeah, give them this little upbeat, uplifting episode to let them know that they're not alone and that we've got this, y'all. We've fucking got this. So there is still 3 quarters left in this game of 2025, and I know that we are going to absolutely crush it. And I can't wait to hear how we do that together. So until next time, changemakers, keep it real, stay positive, and go get your badass self recommitting to your goals again. All right, y'all. Catch you next time. As a quick, friendly reminder, the information in these podcasts are always strictly for educational purposes only. As always, thanks so much for listening, changemakers. And if you can please remember to head to your favorite podcast platform and subscribe, rate, and review. It will help this podcast reach other changemakers so they can start listening and tuning in each week. Hey there, changemakers. As a bonus, if you've been wanting to make healthier choices but don't feel like you have the time or even know where to start, make sure you check out my Lifestyle Medicine Mini Makeover. It's a free 7-day email series designed to help you take small, powerful steps toward better health that can fit into your busy lifestyle. Each day, you'll get an email that educates you on one of the lifestyle medicine pillars, along with a simple mini challenge to put what you learned into action. If you're ready to level up your health with lifestyle medicine, then sign up now at healthylivingdoesn'thavetosuck.com/makeover, and let's do this together. By the end of this week-long challenge, you will have success in showing yourself that healthy living doesn't have to suck.